What's up, guys? So we were live this morning on Twitch, as we are every morning from 9 to 11, and I wanted to show you guys a clip of us looking at myself looking at the volume profile for an NIO this morning on a nice move up. We had a nice wedge pattern that broke out. I could show you that here. So it was this wedge right here that broke out. We had a great move up right here. And so you'll see in the video that I called out in stream, eventually this move is going to pull back. So where can we look to buy this pullback? And we use the volume profile to analyze this move right here, only this volume right here, and determine where on the pullback we'll find support. So I'm going to cut over to that video now. We'll let you watch that, and then I'll come back and analyze what actually played out. All right, we should go to 44 here. So let's do a little activity with you guys, because eventually at some point NIO is going to have to pull back. So let's look at the volume profile on this move here. So the move started right down here in this corner, right there. Okay, so the move started there and then it went all the way up here. So let's switch to the volume profile. Let's expand this. So where can we expect to see a bounce? And let's see if that lines up with the liquidity in the market as well. So this is a big node up here. There's lots of volume that's traded in this area from basically right around 43.80. So if we go below this area, a lot of these guys are going to be underwater. They haven't been given the chance to exit yet. So we can expect that sell-off and all that volume is going to sell off to at least 45.50. So I think 45.50 is the first spot to look for a bounce. Maybe a little bit higher, maybe like 45.55 is kind of the start of that higher volume area. And then after that, we can look at the other side. So it's really 43.55 to the other side of the area, which would be 43.45. So somewhere in that zone, we would expect to bounce. And then if we get through that zone, the last high volume area that would be support would be 43.30. So let's take a look at what that looks like on the chart. So we said 43.55 by 45. So this is our bounce zone. So that's our bounce zone, and then the last zone that we could expect to bounce was it 43.35? I think, yeah. $35 to $25 basically. So somewhere in there. So those are our bounce zones that we're looking for on NIO once this turns. Okay, so I wanted you guys to see that clip without any hindsight bias, just us picking levels based on the volume profile on a nice move that hopefully had strength to continue, or at least to get a bounce. So what we identified was the 43.55 to 43.50 or 43.45 level, which we did see some reaction at that level, but it wasn't really the bounce we were looking for. The real bounce came down at 43.35 and then 43.25. These were the real levels, and we got a really nice reaction off that bounce. Unfortunately, we didn't get any continuation back up to the high of day, but this was still good for a great bounce. You know, if you were scalping this and your stop was below these levels down here, that's an easy one-to-one no matter where you took the trade, whether it was this first level or this second level. So I just wanted you guys to see that. A little bonus for you guys if you want to stick around. is we can look at this move here, the down move, just this right here, and we can see where we expect the stock to bounce to on the upside. So now we're looking at where can we, if we bought this anywhere in here, where can we look to then take profit? So let me bring over the volume profile that I clipped. This is our volume profile for the range that I just had shown you. So the first and obvious spot, and it has to be obvious, that's the key. You don't want little minute levels or just like one giant bar and the rest are tiny. No, it has to be like big volume blocks like we're seeing here. So the big volume blocks start where? 43.11 to 43.16. This is where we can expect to run into resistance. So that's 43.11 to 43.16. Let's take a look at where we found our first set of resistance on the way back up. So we kind of petered out right around here. So in this zone right there. So that is 43.14. So right where we'd expect. And now we've kind of found resistance at that spot a couple times. We've got this ascending trend line, so I don't know, who knows, maybe we go up, maybe we go back down. But if we do go back up, what would our next target be? Well, let's take a look at the volume profile. So if we break through this initial zone, we're probably going to trend through this range, and we'll probably trade up to the point of control. The point of control is just the area where the most volume was traded, so you can see 927,000 shares were traded here. So this is the most volume traded during that spot, or during this move. So that is 43.51, and then the next spot would be the highest or the other end of the profile. So that would be 43.61 to 43.66. So let's just draw that out. That would be 61 to 66. This is the zone we'd be targeting, and then the POC could be the point of control, could be another spot, which I think was 43.52 or something like that. That's it, guys. I'm sure I'll do more of these in the future. If you have any comments, leave them in the video below, and it really does help out if you like and subscribe. So I really appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next one.